Hey guys, it's Billy and Bonsai, back from our trip to the park, and for this video I was thinking about sharing some practices that I do in terms of my own mental health and growth and expanding my consciousness. My study of parapsychology, I tried to enter into the alpha state because that's where you're connected more to your creative and higher intelligence, or your spirit, or your higher self. And when people are functioning in beta, that's kind of like your unconscious mode. You know, all these negative emotions and beliefs stem from. So that can be kind of like the warlike mind, always seeing duality, always seeing conflict, and not having a lot of calm and peace or relaxation in your life. Beta creates stress, and a lot of unconscious behavior, such as anxiety and depression and stuff like that. So I practice entering this alpha state, which connects more to my feminine energy, my creative imagination. Well, it kind of frees my creative imagination and connects me to what you could say, like, I don't know if you guys watch Dark Materials, but dark matter, which is like a connection to the universe or to source, or I just call it energy, because the whole universe is energy. So when you connect to this dark matter or the unseen particles of life, which is energy, then you connect to more information, more guidance, and more of a beautiful dream than a nightmare. So I think those are really simple techniques that, I don't know, just experiencing life a little easier and a little bit more empowering and exciting. Because when you live in beta, it's kind of just your unconscious. You don't have any purpose. You don't know what you're going to do with your life. And you kind of just unconsciously go through the day in survival mode. When you're in a different state of consciousness in alpha, and then you can kind of create a more beautiful reality in life because you're aware of your thoughts, your actions, and your beliefs. But when you're in alpha, all those negative emotions and thoughts of anger, resentment, judgment, jealousy, they just slowly start to fade away. It kind of like, if it arises in you, there's a practice you can do of entering alpha, and then it slowly dissolves any of those negative emotions or feelings. So if you follow anything on FIFTY8magazine.com, or in my future series and videos, I'm going to talk about this discipline and practice of connecting to a higher state of consciousness, which is, a more fun and exciting and imaginative way to experience reality in your life and your mind. It develops your mind so you have more thought power, and it builds your mind to be use it more as a laboratory to create with, rather than an unconscious tool that you're blindly living life, filling it with nonsense and things that don't serve you, which becomes, bad habits and addictions. Because if you're unconscious, that's just an addiction to ignorance, addiction to things outside of yourself rather than your own inner life. Because the reality and the physical projection outside of us, which we call reality, is your shadow. It's all the things that you experience of your mind that is still, it depends on your experience of it. If it's negative and unhealthy, then that's the things that your psyche is trying to force you to face and to experience and heal. Because everyone's soul is very limited and small and needs kind of reassurance along with their kind of damaged male consciousness, which I always describe as like the Phantom and Phantom of the Opera. We all have a mind that has been, abused and neglected and victimized, and lives in a cave and believes it's ugly. And so we have to learn how to heal that part of our mind, so it frees our energy. Because if we don't, this lower mind holds your feminine part of you, your principle of receiving and giving. It holds into hostage. It's like a prisoner. And that's what all these fairy tales are about, the same psychic story. And in order to free your feminine energy and your love, you have to heal this Phantom of the Opera inside of you, your unhealed inner child, of your lower mind, which is also connected to your animal soul, which also needs to learn how to be mastered so you can use your body to the fullest potential rather than feeling limited and more of an animal, lustful, passionate, uncontrolled wild animal. So these are all the things I've learned that help to develop your mind and your spirit to become more pure and experience life more in excitement and wonder and endless possibility. And the techniques that I've learned and practiced over these past 10 years, I'm able to now share them with you. And I want to do that with these videos and future videos on 58. So you can learn that there's just practical things that you can do in everyday situations, so you can learn the power inside of you to be able to create the life that you really truly desire with full expectancy and belief, fulfillment in every moment, because that's the whole purpose of life, to learn how to love yourself enough that you can create anything you want in your life rather than seeing it from without, because that's what we're born into, is this idea and belief that everything is lacking. So when that's the truth, is that's like the kind of donut that we have to fill inside of us that's full of, all these darkness or all this unconscious behavior and thoughts and emotions that exist inside everyone. You have to kind of face them and just take them on with a spirit like a loving mother and father. And that takes practice and a lot of conscious work and awareness, but it will do wonders for you in your life and anything that you want to experience. And plus, you get to create anything that you want and realize how powerful you are in your mind and the power of your focus, your imagination, and the desire you have from your heart to create anything that you really, really want to experience. It's all possible within you. And so I'm going to create these videos, which are more candid and practical ways to experience maybe deeper spiritual teachings without feeling like there's a fearful or negative side to it, because there's really not. It's just the only fear is your own unconscious self, which has to be brought up into light, and which will eventually happen. So you can just, the more you can try to do that every day in a practical way, maybe 30 minutes to an hour a day, it'll highly benefit your life. So if I can share and be a part of that in any way, form, I would be honored to help and support you. If you would like more info like this and more teachings and more inspiring and enthusiastic momentum in your life, please subscribe to my membership on FIFTY8magazine.com, where you can access a community of support. See this chaos is also an opportunity to create the future, because that's where the future lies, is in this chaos within ourselves and outside of ourselves. So, and that's why I always say in silence, the future is created, because once you do this practices and these techniques and your own investment in yourself, you just realize that there's so many potentials waiting for you. So yeah, so thank you for watching, and look out for more videos, and please don't forget to subscribe to 58 Magazine on YouTube and online and our membership. So thank you again for watching, and hope you have a great day.